joyfully the kids who showed up, we directly admitted them because not so many started. We started with a group of 7 or 6, 7, 8 students, but it went pretty fast that it became well known, and we worked hard for that, also to show to the other, because it was new here, huh? I mean there was an art academy in the 80s and yeah, I think it stopped in the beginning of the 90s, and we first had to make clear that we were not an art academy, but that we wanted to be pre-educational school or place foundation for talents who don't have a clue what are the possibilities of their talent, and don't have the knowledge of what are the possibilities to do follow-up studies. So yeah, telling a lot of things, saying that we found out that that was necessary, that there was a necessity to do that. But at the same moment, because it was new, we got also yeah, sometimes negative response, and sometimes response that was yeah, was not constructive. People felt maybe, yeah, sort of competition, or who are these people, and I'm born here, my papiamento is so, and but even with a perfect papiamento, I'm a white guy, and all these elements play a role, and played a role, but slowly and with a lot of, yeah, condition and effort and not giving up, and being positive, slowly we grew, and we are still growing, and are more and more accepted as one of the, I think, one of the key organizations for visual arts on the island, with also an outreach more and more towards the region. Yeah.
Is it difficult to balance your personal art practice with the teaching and the running of the IBB?
Not so much, because I consider, and I think it's doing the same. I consider the IBB as a piece of art as well, as a form in my own spectrum of expressing and sharing, and of course this is what we consider as, this is making art, or this is a painting, and it's very clear. But community art, social engagement, public art, site-specific connections and reasons to do something. Actually, all these things are in the IBB, and so I have no problem with that. And at the same time, of course, we both, Teers and me, we do also shows abroad, and which are not IBB shows, which are solo exhibitions or partly in group exhibitions. But the IBB is the key thing for us both. Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing, that we share that, and that there is no competition between us. There's so much confidence and trust, and yeah, like brothers and soulmates, with really the purpose to bring the visual arts further.
You mentioned the importance of reaching out to other Caribbean islands, such as what we're doing between the IBB and Fresh Milk right now.
Yeah.
How important do you think that is for the contemporary arts in the Caribbean?
Very important. Very, very. Of course, we have to see, because we started. Actually, we have started this recently, and Tirso has much more experience in showing his work in the region. I'm actually, fresh milk, fresh white milk, in this context. Not on Curaçao, but now slowly curators from the region see me and see my work also as a part of Caribbean arts. So I'm very curious, but I feel that it is really important. We discuss a lot about traveling and about, we talk to the kids. Most of them on Curaçao, they do their follow-up studies in Europe, and how easy it is between all these countries in Europe how to travel. And actually, we are close to each other, all these islands, and we cannot travel. That's a pity. So we need to find ways, and that's what we are doing, to exchange ideas, to communicate about what we do, and to show, especially show.
Of course, yeah. My final question before we take a look at some of your work. In a few weeks, you're going to be going to Barbados to visit the Fresh Milk Art Platform.
Yeah, this it's a difficult one, because I have to go first, and I have to see, and what is wonderful, I think, is that we are taking 3 of our students with us, and that it is for us it's the starting of this junior senior exchanges, and we take one of our residencies, artists in residencies, Erik Habets, we take with us along, and actually that's the idea of the future. Tirso and me and I, we because this is the first one, we go also, but the next time you send an artist in residence from Curaçao with 2 or 3 students to Barbados or to St. Vincent or to Trinidad or one of the Spanish islands, and that's wonderful. And I hope we are also getting them back, and get an artist from Jamaica, a professor or an artist with 2 juniors. I think that's one of the things, one of the major things, which IBB and Tirso and I want to show, or want to encourage, actually, is that we have a responsibility as artists, as visual artists, also artists with a lot of success in Paris or in New York, coming from the islands. It's important to come back to your island and to your roots, or to your village where you grew up, and do something, and give something back, and if you show that by not only coming back but with youngsters, then it's also for them a good example, that they grew up, they develop their work, and they want to have their ambition, and they should have their ambition and their ideals about their own career, but we give them an example that it is not only about your own career and about being successful as a big ego.